Order. All rise. This is case number 192 on the calendar in the matter of White versus Vargas. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats.
Mr. White, according to your complaint, sir, the defendant is a neighbor of yours.
Yes.
And he shot your dog.
Yes, he did.
Shh. The dog survived.
Yes.
And still have the dog, but you had a lot of vet bills.
Right.
And you wanted him also to pay for the psychological damage that was caused to you and your family as a result of this shooting.
Yes.
Where was your dog when he shot the dog?
My dog was in his front yard when he was shot.
And where were you?
I was out of town. I was on vacation.
And who was with the dog at the time that he shot the dog that was in his front yard?
No, when the dog had gotten out of the backyard through the fence.
And what kind of little dog was this?
He's not a little dog. He's a Rottweiler.
A Rottweiler?
Yes.
And the Rottweiler, I mean, I know a little bit about dogs. A Rottweiler weighs several hundred pounds.
Yes.
Right?
Right, 100, yes.
Well, what was your dog doing in his front yard?
I'm not sure what he was doing, but he was just cutting through, I believe, heading back down the street like he does occasionally.
That's outrageous, sir. What is your 100-and-some-odd-pound dog doing out unattended by a member of your family who's able to control the dog? What if somebody's afraid of dogs?
Well, the dog, it's kind of hard and difficult to keep the dog in the yard sometimes. But when
Never!
When the dog does get out.
Never! It's never too hard to keep a big dog in your own property. In the house, in the yard, fenced in, tied up, or at all times under your control. I read this and it sounded to me as if you're the victim. You're not the victim. Your dog is the victim of your negligence. Is this your wife?
No, my neighbor.
Who else lives in your home?
No one.
Just you?
Yes.
When you went out that day, where did you leave your dog?
In the house.
Well, then how did the dog get out of the house?
Well, I had a carpenter there working on the house who had gone out to get some wood. The dog had come outside, go to the bathroom. He carried the wood back to the house, and then her
So
dog.
this is what the carpenter was telling you?
Yeah, this is
But
what
your dog's gotten out before?
Yes, he has.
Right, well, that's what I got. And you're here as a neighbor to tell me you're the sweet, loving, friendly dog that you're not afraid of. Is that right? Correct. I don't care. Some little 5-year-old might be afraid of a 150-pound Rottweiler that comes walking up to them, even if it's the friendliest dog in town. So, that being the case, let me get to Mr. Vargas over here. Mr. Vargas, I gather that initially you denied that you shot the dog, but then you said to him, yeah, I shot your dog. The dog was in my front yard, and my child was out there. Was your child outside?
Yes, she was.
How old is your child?
She's 13.
This your child?
Yes.
You have a picture of the dog?
Yes, I do.
Sure, let me see it. Looks like an absolutely lovely, lovely dog. For you to keep in your house, under your control, not to think it's just such a wonderful dog, everybody's going to love it.
Well, I don't feel that way. I know the dog looks like it could be, very dangerous, but he's not by any means. As a matter of fact, my neighbors all know the dog very well because, like I said, the dog's kind of he's been raised around humans. He's never been with other dogs. He thinks he's human himself. Everybody who comes over, he meets him at the front door to be petted. He's a loving dog. All the neighbors love him, of course. Like I said, he's never had any incident before where he's caused any damage to anyone or even threatened anyone.
Listen, Mr. White, this dog is doing what this dog has been trained to do, which is he's a block dog. He feels as if he has sort of control to go outside if he wants to. People adore him. They may give him a treat. Your neighbor adores him, which is all very nice. But this is a very large animal. This isn't a Chihuahua that can't cause substantial damage. If somebody is walking in a baby carriage and for some reason this dog gets spooked by something, and even if the dog doesn't go over and try to hurt them, they can start running, the baby carriage can tip over, the baby can become injured through no fault of the dog's. Through your fault.
Well,
that's your fault.
But isn't that the reason to have dog pounds and a dog catcher in case your dog does get out, or a dog registry for lost dogs?
What if you think that this dog, because you don't know the dog, all you see is this huge dog on your lawn.
Well, wait a second.
Your daughter is screaming outside. Is that what was happening? Step up. Now you tell me. What happened when you saw the dog?
When I saw the dog, it was barking at me and showing its teeth, like in an angry way.
Were you frightened?
Yes.
Where were you standing?
In my driveway.
And where was the dog?
At the end of the driveway.
And what happened next?
I called my dad's name, and he had gone and get his gun, and he took care of it.
And he shot the dog? Didn't kill it? No.
Right.
That's what pounds are for.
Well, like I said...
Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Say, I was inside the house. I was looking out our bay window and looked across the street. They were outside.
Who's they?
Caesar, the kids, the whole
Kids?
family. Right.
Yes?
Didn't see the dog. All I seen was him standing at his garage. Two sounds that sounded like a shotgun, but it was getting close to 4th of July, so I thought maybe it was firecrackers. Ran back to the back door and opened up the garage door, and that's when I seen the puffs of smoke coming from his garage. But like I said, I did not know at that point in time the dog had been shot.
Just a minute. So you saw his daughter outside?
Yes, but the dog wasn't barking and they weren't screaming.
Listen, how long have you been neighbors?
3 years.
Have you ever seen the dog out before?
Yes.
Did you ever shoot the dog before?
No.
Did you ever say anything to him about the dog before?
No.
But the dog has been out before.
Right.
And it's true, over the last 3 years, you've not had a problem with him. Is that right?
No, I haven't had a problem at all with the neighbor, except for the fact that a couple of weeks prior to this, I'd been riding my motocross bike in some trails there in my neighborhood. While bringing the bike back home, I passed his wife on the sidewalk. She was walking down the sidewalk with a stroller, and she hollered something at me like, slow down, and I went on by her and went on home with the bike. And maybe 20, 30 minutes later, the police showed up at my house and said that they had a report saying that I was riding the bike in their yard. I told them at that time that I wasn't riding the bike in anybody's yard. I'd taken it down to the trails and back. And so,
Were you going too fast, sir?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't believe so, no. It's allowed.
Why do you think, after 3 years of no problem, all of a sudden you would have a problem with them? If I'm a good neighbor and if I'm driving a motorcycle and his wife is walking with a baby in a baby carriage,
Right.
first of all, you don't have a Rottweiler roaming around in a neighborhood where there are babies in baby carriages. Period.
Right.
End of
My
discussion.
dog doesn't roam the neighborhood.
Yes, your dog gets out and has
Right,
gotten
he had
out
broken
before.
out of the fence, like all dogs get out of their fence.
No, sir. You say that that's okay. It's not okay.
Well, I don't agree that it's okay, and I do
It's
my
not
best.
okay.
I do my best to keep the dog in the
But
fence.
your best isn't good enough.
Like I said,
Your best, Mr. White, isn't good enough.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Neighbor Cesar Vargas shot his Rottweiler, Bones. Cesar says Bones was threatening his daughter.
If you're going out and you have carpenters in your house that you know are going to be taking wood in and taking wood out, and you're not going to be there all day, you take your dog to a kennel. And you say, I want to make sure my dog doesn't get out because it's dangerous for my dog to be out in the street to cause a car accident. So I'm going to take my dog to the kennel for the day because I'm not around to supervise this 150-pound dog. That's what you do.
well, if the man had shot my dog to defend his family, I would have thought that was one thing.
That's what he says he did.
That's what he said he did. And why then he told me that he didn't do it? Why did he deny it?
'Cause he didn't want to get
when
into
the
an
police asked
argument
him
with
why
you.
he shot the dog, he denied it to them also.
Why do you think he shot your dog?
I think he shot my dog because he, out of vindication, or maybe possibly shooting the wrong dog. Like I said, my dog's real fat popular. My dog lived on
All
the
right,
edge of my
Mr.
house.
White, you ain't going to get it, sir. Listen to me. You know why you're not going to get it? You're not going to get it for two reasons. First of all, if you're driving a motorcycle and you pass a woman who's walking with a baby carriage and she says to you, hey, slow down.
Right.
And that's your neighbor. And what you said is you just kept on going.
Well, yes.
No, just a minute. That's what you said.
Yes,
oh,
I
yes,
did.
that's what I did. I just kept on going. That to me is rude. Rude! Because you stop the motorcycle and you say to your neighbor, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going too fast. I'm sorry if I frightened you. That's what you say to a neighbor. You don't say, psh.
Well, obviously,
keep-
my neighbor and I aren't that close, so I mean, we
I don't care whether you're close or not.
My neighbor's there. Tell the police.
What
that-
difference is it if it's your neighbor or not? If a woman walking with a baby carriage says to you that you're driving too fast, then you stop and you say, I'm sorry.
I
You
did
seem
put
to
the
think
motorcycle-
everything you do is okay.
No.
Pay the vet bill. It's your responsibility. And go and say, I'm sorry to your dog.
Hey,
Goodbye.
Bodies are excused. You may step out.
I was just frightened for my child.
I don't believe the time that the dog was threatening anybody.
I grabbed my shotgun.
The dog avoids people. He's never attacked or done anything that played with children.
I wasn't aiming. I just shot towards him.
I feel very unfair for the dog.
I just hope it doesn't happen again and none of my brothers and sisters get hurt.
Hired computer specialist Loretta Cochran is suing her former friend, computer technician Chris Matthews, for an unpaid loan for child support. Chris says he worked off the debt.
Miss Cochran, you claim a loan to the defendant in the amount of $5,000. You claim that you have given him certain credits. He owes you slightly less than $5,000 on the loan. Mr. Matthews says that you had an agreement, and the agreement was that it was a barter arrangement, that you gave him $5,000, and he agreed to do some work for you and half of the civilized world in exchange for the money that he needed to pay back child support. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know him?
I know him from the local flea market at home. He ran a computer shop.
And you?
I ran a booth there selling Beanie Babies, etc.
Tell me about this loan, Miss Cochran.
Well, Chris needed to pay us back child support.
How did you find that out?
Well, he was talking about it at his shop where other people were. He was working on my personal computer, and he was talking about how he needed to raise the money to get to pay his child support. And I agreed to loan him the money to keep him out of jail.
When you say...
कोशिश करेंगे 3 से 4 वीडियोस का है हमने यूज कर सकते हैं। आपको भी मेरा डिग्री की जानकारी होनी चाहिए तो अभी सीखो ऐप डाउनलोड। थंबनेल लगाने के बाद आपने अपनी इमोशन लगा के जैसे ही आपके तो आपने सिंपल काम किया करते हैं आपने इसको आपको कॉपी करना है और जैसे ही आपके जो व्यूज हैं वो आने लग जाएं इसके ऊपर तो आपने सिंपल काम किया करते हैं आपने यहाँ पे एडिटर पे जाना है और ये हमारे पास अभी कुछ टाइम है प्रोसेस हो रहे हैं उसके बाद यहाँ पे आप चेक करें नो कॉपीराइट क्लेम रिस्ट्रिक्शन यहाँ पे पास अब इसके बाद इसको कर दिया यहाँ से अब इसमें क्या होगा ठीक है अब इस पे क्या होगा इस पे व्यूज आने लगेंगे और इंस्टेंटली जैसे ही साल में ठीक है है उसमें व्यूज आने लगेंगे मैंने इसको क्या करके पब्लिश कर दिया और ये आपको ये हमारे पास वीडियो सेकंड पहले पब्लिश हो चुकी है टाइटल लगा के ये थंबनेल ऑटोमेटिकली लग गया अच्छा जब इसमें आपको लगे कि व्यूज आने लगते हैं और वीडियो वायरल है आने लगे तो आपने क्या करना है आपने सिंपल यहाँ से यूट्यूब पे जाना है और यूट्यूब पे जाने के बाद आपने यहाँ पे आना है यहाँ पे गेट स्टार्टेड में एक एडिटर होगा आपने वो वाला सारा पार्ट आपके जब व्यूज आ रहे हैं सारा कुछ तो आपने यहाँ से क्लिक करना है आपको अगला प्रोसेस समझा रहा है यहाँ से पकड़ा और ये जितना हमारे पास थी ना फाइल जितनी फाइल थी ये हमारे पास फाइल थी देखिए यहाँ तक हमारे पास फाइल थी इसको सारी ये हमारी फाइल इसको हमने सेव पे क्लिक कर दिया और आई एक्नॉलेज दैट दीज चेंजेस आर परमानेंट कन्फर्म करके अल्लाह खैर का ये आपने प्रोसेस कर देना है इसके बाद आपने जाना है सीधा अपनी वीडियो के अंदर और वीडियो के अंदर जाने के बाद आपने इसका टाइटल चेंज कर देना है